Welcome to this explainer. Today we're embarking on an elegant, really contemplative journey through Istanbul Modern. Picture the Istanbul skyline right at golden hour, gliding over the shimmering, kinetic waters of the Bosphorus. While nestled right there on the waterfront is a building that is so much more than just a place to hold art. It's actually a meticulously crafted lens for viewing the vibrant soul of Turkey. Together, we're going to explore this incredible intersection of groundbreaking architecture, transformative contemporary art, and the complex, shifting urban fabric of one of the most historic cities in the world. So the architect behind this vision is the legendary Renzo Piano, and I absolutely love this quote from him. He compares the building to a sea creature leaping right out of the Bosphorus. And you quickly realize that this isn't just poetic flair, it's literally the foundational design philosophy of the space. This structure was fundamentally designed to defy gravity. The horizontal lines, the elevation, it all makes the building appear as if it's levitating above the ground. It's a complete aesthetic triumph, creating this seamless visual dialogue between the deep blue water on one side and the ancient medieval district of Galata on the other. And the scale is just breathtaking, 15,000 square meters. To put that into perspective, it spans 5 distinct levels, 3 above ground and 2 below, meaning this space does some immense heavy lifting for the city. But it's not just about square footage. The museum is surrounded by a carefully landscaped park to the north, acting as a vital green lung and a bustling cultural hub for the historic Galata area. It essentially creates a buffer against the noise of the city, giving us this beautiful oasis of quiet contemplation right in the center of an intense, bustling metropolis. The way the building comes alive is absolutely crucial to the experience. The outer envelope is clad in these 3D-formed, iridescent aluminum panels. As the sunlight shifts and the water ripples throughout the day, the facade literally shimmers. It evokes fish scales reacting to their environment. Below that, we have a transparent ground floor. Piano used structural pillars that mimic tree trunks in a forest, which preserves a totally uninterrupted visual connection between the public park and the sea. Oh, and to top the whole shebang off, a rooftop reflection pool that mirrors the sky, creating this metaphysical space where the building seemingly dissolves right into the atmosphere. Let's move into Section 1, Textures of the Collection, Intimate Encounters. Inside, the art interacts brilliantly with that architecture we just explored. We aren't just talking about paintings hung on flat walls. These are iconic, site-specific physical installations. You have Richard Wentworth's False Ceiling and Olafur Eliasson's Your Unexpected Journey, actively challenging our perception of gravity and space. Right inside the galleries. Eliasson's 3-part installation actually hangs in midair along the central stairway, guiding visitors upwards. The art here is designed to mirror the building's own defiance of gravity. It creates an incredibly cohesive aesthetic experience from the very moment you walk through that transparent lobby. A core pillar of the museum is an exhibition called Floating Islands. This is their monumental 9th collection exhibition, and it acts as this brilliant chronological map tracing the rapid development and transformation of the art scene in Turkey from 1945 all the way to the present day. We're talking more than 270 works by 110 artists, paying homage to some truly extraordinary imagination. The collection ranges from traditional figurative paintings to highly immersive video installations. It perfectly captures how these artists are deeply attached to their specific local geography, while simultaneously pushing boundaries that resonate far, far beyond the borders of Istanbul. Okay, Section 2, the pulse of the museum, life and energy. So what's really important to understand is that this isn't just a static repository for old objects. It's a living, breathing ecosystem where visitors engage deeply across multiple disciplines. For instance, there's a 156-seat auditorium hosting regular screenings at the Istanbul Modern Cinema, celebrating both domestic and international film. You'll find constant educational workshops for kids and adults, alongside lively artist talks that fill the rooms with a real intellectual buzz. And on the ground floor, researchers and art lovers alike can dive into a massive library. It houses over 12,500 books and 8,000 periodicals dedicated to art, architecture, and urban studies. The institution also has a profound social impact, which is just fantastic. They have a dedicated program called Following a Dream, providing vital art education specifically to young girls. In 2023 alone, it reached 140 female students, empowering them through creative expression and mentorship. This vibrant energy and commitment to the future actually won them the 2024 CIMAM Outstanding Museum Practice Award. It just goes to show that the museum's mandate extends far beyond preserving the past. It is actively shaping and educating the next generation of creators and thinkers. Which brings us to Section 3, the Karaköy Transformation, Urban Realities. Now, to truly understand the art inside, we have to zoom out and look at the complex urban realities occurring just outside those transparent walls. Historically, the Karaköy Salipazarı Pier was obsolete port infrastructure, decaying warehouses and industrial spaces. Then, in 1995, the central government designated the area a special tourism zone, which totally set the stage for massive change. Interestingly, Istanbul Modern actually first opened here in 2004, but in a temporary converted warehouse. That acted as a huge catalyst for cultural interest in the area. Finally, after years of massive waterfront redevelopment known as the Galataport project, the stunning new Renzo Piano building officially opened its doors in 2023, completely anchoring this newly transformed coastline. Looking impartially at the wider Galataport development surrounding the museum, it presents a really striking duality. On one hand, we see the undeniable realities of global waterfront revitalization, a 1.2-kilometer modernized coastline, a massive boost to tourism, the attraction of foreign capital, and the creation of luxury infrastructure and pristine pedestrian areas. But on the other hand, there are sustained critiques from urban planners and locals. They raise concerns over the intense commercialization of the neighborhood, rapid gentrification leading to rent hikes that displace traditional locals, and the transformation of a historically public shoreline into semi-private land, complete with luxury hotels and X-ray security checkpoints. The museum sits squarely in the middle of this fascinating, incredibly complex urban evolution. Which brings us to this incredibly poignant thought from Chief Curator Levent Çalıkoğlu. He reminds us that an artwork does not exist in a vacuum. The museum and the art within it cannot be untangled from the shifting sociocultural, economic, and political ecosystem of Istanbul itself. The building, the visitors, the bustling luxury port outside, and the historic streets right behind it, all of these interactions are part of the art's ongoing story. So leaving you with the thought of this beautiful museum sitting right on the water as the sun sets, it begs one ultimate question. How does an institution not only preserve a city's artistic past, but actively capture the soul of its shifting future? Istanbul Modern, with its iridescent scales and its transparent walls, stands as a bold attempt to answer exactly that, reflecting the water, the sky, the people, and the unending transformation of Turkey. Take a moment to think about what your local museums reflect about your own city. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep observing the art in the world around you.